Welcome to Mars.
So growing up, you had that hip hop or culture feel to it. Being involved with the magazines and the jerseys and stuff like
Yeah.
that. What was it actually that led you to music?
So, like I said, watching Biggie Smalls is crazy because it's funny. That's what I wanted to be. And then this kid came along, right? From Cash Money, Lil Wayne came along. And I just remember always
Oh,
uh
that guy.
yeah, that kid. And he came along and I was thinking like, man, if kids can do it, why can I? So I would take
And how old were you around this time when you thought that?
man, what Lil Wayne came out when I was like 9, realistically.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm 89. So 98ish. I was like 9 years old when he came out.
Okay.
So I'm at this time I'm taking video game beats. I'm taking the WWF video game creative character instrumentals and I'm rapping over them. And I'm
Right.
starting to catch myself like saying, damn, I sound good on beats. I don't believe I was off beat, even though my favorite rapper was Silk the Shocker at the time. Um, but I felt like I was catching on. And then I would hear kind of like New York style rap. So like I enjoyed that more than I did the West Coast stuff. So like East Coast rap is what got me into they got me into it heavy.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
yeah,
So you said Silk the Shocker was your favorite rapper at one time,
yeah.
but you said you liked East Coast rap.
Okay, so my brother, my older brother, like I spoke about, was Master P. So I had to be Silk the Shocker.
Got it.
You know what I mean? So like
Got
when
it.
his stuff would come on, I had to do Silk the Shocker's verse.
No, that makes sense.
So I would always remember Silk's verses. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So that's what it was. You know what I mean? It didn't last that long, but
No,
that's
I was
really
a
what it
big
was.
fan of Silk the Shocker as
Yeah.
well, but I never thought that he was one of the best. I just liked him.
Well, I had to remember all his verses in order for when that song came on.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you started doing music, and when did you start finding success?
Okay, so my sophomore to junior year in high school, like I said, I was heavy into the jerseys and getting my shoes painted and heavy influenced by diplomats, still East Coast, right?
Right.
Cameron, Joel's, Jim Jones. Obviously, Lil Wayne still was here for me, but it was all the East Coast guys, right? I'm talking Tim's with jean shorts.
Right.
So I'm making money, through high school. So
Doing.
I'm actually working.
Okay.
I'm actually working. But I'm, like I said, I'm buying jerseys, right? And then when I'm done kind of wearing them, I'm selling them now, not trading them, I'm selling them.
Right.
So, I'm getting jerseys that you can't really find everywhere.
Right.
So people are paying that extra. So I'm making profit. And then like shoes, the same thing, wearing the shoes twice, 3 times, and then boom, selling them. But man, I'm sorry, I lost that.
I was asking about when you started finding success with the music.
Okay, so yeah, so everybody's kind of not knowing that I'm working, so people know that I'm rapping.
Right.
So people are just kind of like starting to pay attention to me at school, different high schools. You know what I mean? And then I dropped a song called "Stuntin'" on MySpace, and this is around the time like jerking starting to come up.
Right.
And I had just found a jerking beat on SoundClick. This is before like SoundClouds or BeatStars or anything. It was SoundClick.
Right.
And I found a jerking type beat, and I released a song, and it was crazy because at this time going viral and making videos wasn't it, but there was kids at my school making videos to them dancing to the song.
Right.
Came out with that one. It got over like 100K downloads, and I started to just see like. Which got me scared was because at this time I don't know about spamming or anything like that.
Right.
So I'm getting like instant messages from artists, from people from like say their profiles are saying Hollywood and stuff like that, right? But I still don't trust nothing. I mean, I'm this kid from Stockton, and at this time, when I start getting these downloads, like, and kids at school are seeing it, like my head got big.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like I didn't need nothing no more.
Right.
Like I wasn't making money off of music. But I was working. I had nice clothes. Like I had girls.
You were a kid, so you didn't have responsibilities.
Nothing.
So
I wasn't paying
good.
bills.
Yeah.
I wasn't, so I don't respond to nobody. I'm not taking nothing. You know what I mean? Like, and so to me, my eyes at success at that point is different from now. But at that time, man, like people at different high schools are messing with my music. So I felt like I was there already. Mm-hmm. That was my idea of success at the time.
Right. So
just clothes, a car, and some money.
Right.
That
So
was it.
when did you actually find success in the music? That's
You know what? To this day, I don't feel like I found success.
okay, because you have worked with a couple of different artists. You got a couple of different cosigns. People brought you out to their shows and stuff like
Yes.
that. I mean, it might be minimal success, but it's still success. So speak a little bit on that.
Well, coming in, there used to be a Stockton Hip Hop Awards,
Right.
and being just like nominated for things was pretty cool, But I would say one of my biggest cosigns was actually from Jay Stalin, who on his Facebook page went through, shouted me out, brought me on stage with him, at Charlie's, downtown Stockton. We used to perform there all the time, and I felt like that to me was a big part because "Self-Made Millionaire" was one of my favorite songs.
Right.
And when he would perform that one, that's when he brought me on stage. And I think that was dope. You know what I mean? My boys are actually in that video, the Self-Made Millionaire video. I didn't make the shoot. I got sick. But yeah, to me, those little highlights like that are like somebody like Ren from Doja Click,
Right.
who to me is a legend from Stockton.
Right.
Getting a cosign from him. Hallway Productions, who's Grammy nominated, from Stockton.
Right.
They mix and master all my music, and they that stamp from them, they
Yeah.
show me love. I remember how I first met them. I was in a club performing, and I came down and I went to go introduce myself to them, and I was like, "Hey, man, I'm Stax," and they were like, "Oh, we know who you are already." And to me, that was like it,
Right.
a legend from my city, Tizzle. When I grew up, they were like the Cash Money, but from Stockton. There were Two to Face Records, and they had cars, they had vans, they had everything wrapped up. The
Right.
logo was in gold. And for him to reach out to me, that was like success to my eyes. So I guess some success like that, but
Right.
I feel like for me, man, like that successful part is like, being able to quit my day job. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure,
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
All right, so excuse me, a little bit of success here and there. You start feeling yourself, and then all of a sudden you stop doing music.
Yeah.
Okay, and tell the people why you stopped doing music.
So I feel like my momentum was running up, right?
Uh huh.
Like I said, I got this cosign from Jay Stalin. Then my manager at the time, I had a manager. She's in contact with Lavish D.
Mm-hmm.
This is at the time when Lavish D and Livewire are at their heads.
They're not
They're
seeing eye to
beefing.
eye.
They're beefing.
Right.
You know. So that was kind of like, okay, I can't pick sides. I like both of their music, right?
Right.
So little things like that started happening. Then little things like that in my city started happening. You know, we lost, a lot of artists in the street from Stockton. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's crazy because I lost 3 artists, friends, in 3 consecutive days.
Wow.
We
Three
lost
days in a row.
Saul died on a Thursday. Tall T and Little Vic died on a Friday. So Tall T was known for his battle rap. You can look him up on the Jungle. He was actually really big. He's battled Sue Surf. And then we had Saul, who was the first person to really do a song with somebody out of Stockton, which was the Jacka.
Mm-hmm.
And then Lil Vic was just kind of like the hood legend, right?
Right.
So little things like that started happening, and it's not, you don't understand the politics of it, right, till it hits home.
Right.
Because you'll look back and like, why do they don't mess with them, and why don't they don't mess with them? Politics started happening, and at the time I started dealing with like a illness. I got diagnosed with diabetes.
Mm-hmm.
So if a lot of people go back and look at my stuff like on YouTube, I was a fat rapper.
Yeah.
You know,
you were a bigger guy.
There you go. I
Don't
was
call
bigger.
it. Don't call us fat.
I was about 260 pounds.
Right.
You could look it up. I was on the Stockton Anthem.
Mm-hmm.
And people don't recognize me from that stuff. So I started dealing with all that type of stuff, and then reality hits you when you're not bringing money in. Bills hit you. Bills don't stop coming.
Right.
So I decided to take a different route, but still be a part of the music business, and started doing graphic design.
Right.
I started doing logos.
So let's stop you right there for a second.
Yeah.
Before you got into the graphic design, did you have a time where you were like, I'm done with music altogether and I'm just finished?
Yeah. So you know, I got my come up was getting put on by my cousin, right?
Uh-huh.
Who was a part of a rap group called Mental Illness. Um, Real big dudes in Stockton, you know. Um, Me and him fell out.
Oh shit.
So when you start looking at this thing where I say that we don't even got success and we fall out, it's not worth it to me.
Ah, okay.
You know,
So that was pretty much your rock bottom.
that was my rock bottom. Like I fell out with a family member over music that wasn't even successful.
Right.
Like imagine being successful,
Yeah.
you know?
For
And
sure.
then, you know, and then also on that lead up to that, my manager goes to jail.
So your manager goes to jail.
Yes.
Your cosigns are beefing. You start beefing with your cousin. The music success isn't even worth it at this point because you're not really getting paid a lot of money off of it.
Right.
So that's when you hit your rock bottom and you're like, I'm done.
Yeah. I felt like that was it. Like, you know, I would always secretly write raps,
Right.
but didn't want to do nothing with it.